Good morning, everybody. This is Steve Fletcher with a trumpet for my people. Today is November 1st, 2023. And ask you guys to pray for me today and pray for the ministry. I'm doing fine, but I did go to the doctor yesterday and getting a nerve checked out in my hand that's making my hand not work correctly. He said it should be a normal process, and by this weekend it should be feeling better. And the medicine I'm taking made me a little dizzy this morning when I got up. And so the team went to the jail today to do ministry, to preach and share with the inmates. And I did not go. Stayed back to pray and to take a look at some things here with my message, some things that I can do that do not affect my use of my hand. And I can do sitting down. So, and I found a few things here, something actually very important. Wow, something connected to even the day we are in today, between yesterday, today, and tomorrow, if you know what I mean, connected to this evil, wicked season of Halloween and All Saints Day, the Day of the Dead, Halloween. Interesting that I'm finding this information today. I have never seen this, and I've never seen this presented anywhere else. But I've made a connection, a very important connection. So the last video I did, thank you for your prayers. The last video I did, I saw something that went past where we are now. I know that everybody's watching today and yesterday and tomorrow. And then there's a big watch time between November 6th and November 11th. I was watching that too until I saw this information that I have seen, and I'm convinced we're going to at least Hanukkah. I am convinced we're going to at least Hanukkah, and I'm sharing the evidence with you. I'm always hoping that when I have a watch time, that this could be the last watch time. I'm definitely hoping that Hanukkah will be the last watch time and that we will find the rapture of the church at this time. I cannot guarantee that. I do not know. We watch the signs as they come and we go step by step. That's all we can do. We don't make the rules. We just follow the rules, okay? We can't make any declarations, but we can share the signs and we can watch just as Jesus told us to watch. Okay? The reason I went to December is because of Haggai chapter 2. Where it talks about two shakings in the 7th month and the 21st day of the month. The word of the Lord came unto the prophet Haggai. For thus says the Lord of hosts, yet once it is a little while, and I will shake the heavens and the earth and the sea and the dry land. And so the first shaking is given to us in the book of Haggai, the 21st day of the 7th month. And this is the day that Israel was attacked by Hamas, which they have called their own 9/11. So this is a shaking. It's shaking the world. There's many countries getting involved, and there's a grave escalation that's already taking place. The shaking has begun. This is obvious. The shaking has begun. The shaking began on the 7th day of Tabernacles, the 21st day of the 7th month. Okay. Then we have a second shaking that's predicted in Haggai chapter 2 in the 24th day of the 9th month. In the 2nd year of Darius came the word of the Lord by Haggai the prophet, saying, and again the word of the Lord came unto Haggai in the 24th day of the month, saying, speak to Zerubbabel, governor of Judah, saying, I will shake the heavens and the earth, and I will overthrow the throne of kingdoms. I will destroy the strength of the kingdoms of the heathen, and I will overthrow the chariots and those that ride in them, and the horses and the riders shall come down, every one by the sword of his brother. And the day that is given to us is the 24th day of the 9th month. And if we go on the Hebrew and Torah calendar, it's the beginning of Hanukkah, December 8th, Kislev 24. December 8th. Okay. We also saw this connected to the movie Leave the World Behind, which comes out on Netflix December 8th. There are other dates involved in this. It's already in the theaters in the United Kingdom. It's going to be in the theaters in November. But on this cover photo, the day, the only day that's highlighted is the Netflix date of December 8th. Okay. Leave the World Behind on December 8th. Now look at what I'm going to show you. As I said, connected to December 8th, connected to Halloween, connected to All Saints Day and the Day of the Dead, Halloween, witchcraft. Okay, here we go. I want to show you the first COVID vaccine worldwide. This was the first COVID vaccine worldwide, not in the United States, but worldwide. Okay. Landmark moment as first NHS patient receives COVID-19 vaccination. This is the day of the first vaccination. December 8th of 2020. The biggest vaccine campaign in NHS history kicked off this morning as a 90-year-old woman, grandmother Margaret Keenan, became the first person in the world to receive the Pfizer COVID-19 jab following its clinical approval. Okay, there were test runs before this. There were other people that received test vaccines, but this is the first authorized vaccine on December 8th of 2020. At 6:31 a.m., early riser Margaret, known to friends and family as Maggie, was given the life-saving jab by May Parsons at her local hospital in Coventry. Okay, so we have the first vaccine given on December 8th. We have the time given is 6:31. I don't know about the time. I haven't looked into that. But I did look into the name of the hospital. This really, I had never really paid attention to this. But let's take a look at this because this is the first vaccine that was given. Coventry. I think for the reasons I'm sharing right now, I'm going to put this on my backup channel first and I'm going to see how it goes. Okay. And I don't want to risk a strike on my main channel because this is a big revelation right here. Okay. And we're talking straight out here. We're not talking in code to you. We're talking in English. We're talking in, so everybody can understand. All right. And I'm going to put it on my backup channel and I'm going to share it as much as I can. And I'll put a link to it on my main channel. But please help get the word out for this because this information right here is very, very important. It's obviously my interpretation. But you're going to see how important this is once we go through it, okay? Okay, so as I said, my last video, I started pointing to Hanukkah and especially to the 24th day of the 9th month, the second day shown to us in Haggai, the shaking. We already had the first shaking that took place exactly on its day. Now we're waiting for the second shaking. And it's also the day of the movie Leave the World Behind, put out by Obama and Netflix and Higher Ground Productions. Netflix, Obama, Leave the World Behind, December 8th, okay? All right, so let's take a look at the name of the hospital, Coventry. First of all, I put in meaning of Coventry. And I'll show you this in Google so you can see it. But I put it here, I put it all together on a screenshot. And then I can go through this with you in Google so you can see how I found this and how important it is because these are the first things that come up if you put in this information, okay? Coventry meaning the state of being banished or ostracized excluded from society by general consent, banishment, ostracism, type of exclusion, the state of being excluded. So I don't think this is the name of the hospital. It's the name of the town. Okay? It's the name of the town in Coventry. It's the local hospital in Coventry, but Coventry comes out. Okay? The first thing that I saw was not necessarily just Coventry, but the first part of this, which is Coven. Okay? The other thing that connects with Coven is the time. This is so early. I wonder if this would be considered a nighttime event, a midnight event, even before the day begins. I'm not sure. But let's take a look at Coventry, and then we're going to look at the word Coven. Okay? And this is what I saw. This is the first vaccine. This is the word that comes out in the Coventry, meaning the state of being banished or ostracized, excluded from society by general consent. Synonyms are banishment, ostracism, or a type of exclusion, the state of being excluded. Then let's take a look at the word Coven or Covin. Okay? Coven. This is the first answer in Google. Meaning of Coven. A group or gathering of witches who meet regularly. Okay, let's go to Google and I'll show you. This is the first answer. I put this in. I looked at Coventry, and then I took off the tree, and I looked at Coventry. I mean, if we want to get into all of this, this is really, really deep. The Coventry. But let's just look at Coven. Okay, we're going to Google here, and we're going to put in meaning of Coven. Okay? This is the first answer in Google, meaning of Coven. All right? I didn't have to go deep into this or try to manipulate anything, okay? I just want you to see. I'm not making things up, okay? But the first, you can look more into this, the meaning of Coven. A group or gathering of witches who meet regularly. So the first vaccine was given in Coventry and the root word of Coventry, Coven, is a group or gathering of witches who meet regularly. Okay? Then it goes on to say that Coven is sometimes confused with Covin. Okay, let's look at that in the Google. Right here, this is the first time. You can do this yourself, guys. Do this. Go into Google and just put in there meaning of Coven. Coven. Okay, like Coventry. A group or gathering of witches who meet regularly. Similar sounding words. Coven is sometimes confused with Covin. Okay? Coven. Covin. It's confused with Coven. So I went in and I put in Coven. And it automatically took me to COVID. Okay? It automatically took me to COVID. Coven in Google. Maybe you meant COVID. Okay? So we go from Coventry to Coven, which is also confused with Covin, and Covin is confused with COVID. So all of this, Coventry, Coven, Covin, COVID, it's all connected to a Coven, a group or gathering of witches who meet regularly. This is the first vaccine. Okay, I'm going to show you also this in Google. we're going to put in Covin, and I'll show you. It's the first thing that comes up. Covin. Maybe you meant COVID. But even still, if you look at the definition of Covin, which is also confused with Coven and Covin. Covin. Look at the definition of Covin. I didn't put this in my screenshot, but look at this. A conspiracy between two or more persons to act to the detriment or injury of another. Covin. Okay? This was the first vaccine, December 8th. Now, as we are watching Hanukkah, it's going to take us anywhere from December 7th or December 8th through December 15th or December 16th. And the second vaccine, which was in the United States, the first vaccine in the United States, which was also the middle day of the two great American eclipses, midweek Hanukkah, and there was another eclipse over South America, is also in this time frame. So both of the first vaccines are in the time frame this year of Hanukkah. We've already had the first shaking that took place according to Haggai, and now we're waiting for the second shaking, which is December 8th or December 7th on the Hebrew and Torah calendars. So this is why we're watching, connected to the first vaccine, December 8th, and the connection to all of this that I've shared with you. And for these reasons, this is going to be only on my backup channel. I'm going to see how it goes. If it lasts 24 hours on my backup channel, then I can put it on my main channel. But for now, it's going to be on Rumble, and it's going to be on my backup channel. Okay? So the Lord has given me a calling to be the trumpet for his people, to be a sign of his coming revealed. I know that God is going to bring the revelations. And this is a major revelation. This is a major revelation right now. Many people are not even going to want to see it right now because we're also tied into Halloween and tied into the 6th of November and the 11th of November. But please help people to see this, share this, help get the word out. I know beyond a shadow of a doubt we're going at least to Hanukkah. I hope that this is the end. I hope that this is where we are going to be finalizing with the rapture. But I'm telling you right now, we're going to Hanukkah. Okay? So I pray you guys are blessed. Have a wonderful day. This is Steve Fletcher with the trumpet for my people, the sign of his coming revealed.